Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's dance party. We are going to go ahead and start with our warm-up by walking in place or walking in the space that you have. As you walk, this is a great chance to tune into your body and check in on how you are feeling today and make any changes as we go through the entire workout to suit what feels best in your body, whether that's slowing it down, speeding it up, making the movement smaller, bigger, or even adding your own moves. Make it fun for you. It's your adventure, your workout, your space. So today's theme is an oldies playlist, and that spans, I think, from the 50s. I think there might be some 80s in there as well. A nice plethora of mix of songs.
Oh,
So we'll go ahead and pause our walking and we'll take it to arm circles. Stick your arms out into a T shape and roll your arms and shoulders forward in small circles, getting bigger as you go, working through your full range of motion, loosening up through the upper body, the chest, the shoulders, the upper back, the arms. And when your circles are as big as they can be, let's reverse direction. Start small, getting bigger as you go, working through that full range of motion, loosening up that upper body. And when you're ready, you can shake your arms out. We'll take it to glute kick, standing nice and tall, feet hip width apart. Kick your heels back to your bottom. As you alternate kicking your heels back to your bottom, make sure that bent knee points down. That's going to give you this target stretch that we're looking for through the quads, the thighs, from the front of the knee all the way to the front of the hip. And if you haven't already, let's add those arms in opposition. So arms bend to an L shape or 90 degrees. Right heel kicks back, left arm gently swings up and forward. And keep going opposites. And that's going to help with balance. And it's also going to keep the upper body warm and ready to roll. Trying to land light on the feet. Trying to stand tall through the chest, shoulders stacked over hips. And we're going to transition these glute kicks out to high knees. Get your knees up nice and high. So bend them, bring them up and forward in front of the hips as you keep moving your arms in opposition. The goal now here is changing the stretch from the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh, the hamstrings and the glutes. The higher the knee pulls, the more of a stretch you will feel. Try to land light on the feet here. Stand tall. Keep breathing as you go. And go ahead and shake that out. We'll take it to our windmill toe touches. Feet wider than shoulder width apart, toes forward, arms into your T shape. Push your hips back as you hinge forward from the waist. Right hand to the outside of the left shin, knee, ankle, and then the left hand to the ceiling, twisting through the torso and nose points left. Come back through center, switch sides. Left hand outside the right leg, right hand to the ceiling, and repeat. So as you're doing this movement, the arms are staying wide into that T shape the entire time. You're pushing the hips back so the hips stay at the same height as you hinge forward. Reaching long with those arms is opening through the chest and shoulders, squeezing through the shoulder blades. Pushing the hips back is getting a nice stretch through the glutes and the backs of the legs. The feet wider than shoulder width apart is stretching through the inner and outer thighs. And the twist of the core is doing just that, getting the core warm, twisting, warming that up. And then as we lower and lift our chest, we're getting extra cardio, lifting and lowering the heart. So lots going on here to get us nice and ready to roll, ready to party. And when you're ready, come back up through center, stand nice and tall. We'll take calf raises or heel raises next. Feet hip width apart, toes forward, heels lift, heels lower. Hands can go wherever helps you for balance. And you shift the weight to the front of the feet, or the balls of the feet, not the front, I guess the front, the balls of the feet, the toes, and then come back to flat feet. This is ankle mobility, this is calf engagement, this is balance. Pull the belly button into the spine to help balance here. And if you want to add a toe lift here, you can. Heels lift and lower, and then toes lift and lower, rocking your weight from the balls of your feet to the heels, activating the shins just a little bit more. And with that, shake your body out. Do anything else you need to do to get successful, get ready for today's dance. And we will kick it off with sequence number 1 after I get a quick drink. Fan is already cranked up all the way. So sequence number 1, we start with march and punch. So you're going to start with your hands in light fists, elbows tucked by your ribs. You are going to lift your right knee as you punch both arms forward at shoulder chest height. And then you're going to tuck those elbows back towards your ribs as the right foot sets back down. So as the leg lifts to do its march, the arms are punching forward, and as the leg lowers, you're resetting, alternating right and left legs. Both arms are going. You can choose how high you lift the leg. Maybe it's a high knee march, maybe it's a standard march. You get to pick. Any questions about march and punch? Next exercise is cross jacks. So you're going to start with your arms into a T shape, standing nice and tall. Right foot steps right as your right arm crosses in front of your left or over your left in front of your chest. So arms stay at chest height, shoulder height, right over left in front of the chest. Reset, feet come back together, arms into your T, and then you switch. Left foot steps left, left arm crosses over right. And then you reset. Any questions about cross jacks? Next up is inner kicks. So you're going to do a forward kick, but when you do your forward kick, I want you to rotate so your inner thigh is trying to reach upwards slightly towards the ceiling. So when you kick, the inner edge of the foot is rotating up as well as the inner edge of the leg. Doesn't have to be perfect, just your range. It's an external rotation of the hip as you alternate your kicks. I like to put my hands on my hips. Maybe I'll end up swaying my arms. No assigned move for the upper body. Any questions about inner kicks?
So your right knee would kick out then, would be moving out.
Yep, a little bit. Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Of course. All right. And then our last move is side shuffle. So you're going to stay facing forward. You're going to shuffle to the right, and then you'll come back to the left. So stay facing forward, right foot steps right, left foot follows, and you just do that until you run out of space. I have room for about 3 steps, and then I travel to the left. Left foot steps left, right foot follows. You can add your own flair or your flavor here, and if you don't have a lot of space to do a full side shuffle, you can just do side steps, step right, step left. Maybe you add a little shoulder shimmy, maybe you add a shoulder dip, maybe wave your hands overhead, you can choose. Any questions about sequence number 1? Okay. Our first song is Shout, parts 1 and 2. And we'll get going with our march and punch in 3, 2, 1. So you're going to march your feet out. As you lift your foot, you're punching forward. As you lower your foot, you are bringing those fists back. Cross jack. Step right, cross right arm over the left. Step left, cross left arm over right. Inner kicks. Kick your feet forward. Get a little bit of a rotation of the hip, the leg. Side shuffle. Add a little flair here if you'd like as you travel right and left. March and punch. Cross jacks. Cross one arm over the other as you side step. Inner kicks. Side shuffle. March and punch. Cross jack, side step, cross one arm over the other at chest, shoulder height. Keep going. Pause on the tunes, it's still going. Inner kick.
Ouch.
Side shuffle. March and punch. As the knee lifts, or the leg lifts, the arms punch, and then everything resets. Cross jacks. Keep going. Inner kicks. It's coming back. And side shuffle. You should be coming back. There we go. March and punch. Cross jacks. Inner kicks. Side shuffle to finish it out. Nice job, everybody. Get a drink. That was a nice long one to kick us off. Get our bodies warm. And we'll go to sequence number 2. All right. For sequence 2, we start with a low V step. So it's just like our typical V step. This time we're just going to sink our hips a little bit lower. So start nice and tall, and then you're going to step forward with your right foot and wide. And when you do that, you're going to take a nice healthy bend in that right knee. And then you're going to step forward and wide with your left foot. Now you're stepped forward and your feet are nice and wide. Your knees are bent in like a partial squat. And then you're going to stand up, step left foot back, step right foot back. And then we have cross punches. So you're going to take your hands and fists tucked by your ribs, and you're going to punch your arms forward. Right arm crosses over left. Bring them back. Left arm crosses over right. Bring them back. Any questions about anything we've gone over so far? Next move is step, touch, and shoulder dip. So you're going to start with your feet shoulder width apart. Your left foot is going to step in to meet the right, so your feet are together. When you do that, your right shoulder dips down, your left shoulder dips up. And then you come back through center and you switch sides. Left shoulder dips down and right goes up as the right foot steps into the left. So feet just take turns stepping into each other. And when the feet are together, your shoulders offset. When your feet are apart, your shoulders reset. Any questions about step, touch, and shoulder dip? Okay. And then we have grapevine. So you start standing tall and you're going to stay facing forward. Right foot steps right, left foot crosses in front or behind the right foot. And then you're going to uncross your legs. So I like to take my right foot and just step it a little bit further to the right. And then you have the option to do your own move here. I like to usually do a hip bump and a snap with my fingers, pushing my hips to the right, resetting. You can choose something else. You can do a hair flip, you can do a jump, you can do the disco, whatever you want. And then we do the same thing in the opposite direction. So cues are step, feet cross, feet together, bust a move. Any questions about any of those? Okay, then let's keep going. Our next song is I Want You Back, the Jackson 5. And we start with our low V step in 3, 2, 1. Step forward, forward, back, Back. When you step forward, you're stepping wide and you're taking a nice bend in those knees. Like you're tracking a muddy V print on the ground with your feet. Cross punches. Punch your arms forward at chest height, crossing one over the other, and then tuck the elbows back to the ribs. Step touch and shoulder dip. Feet together, shoulders dip. Feet apart, shoulders reset. Just do a step touch with that lower body. Grapevine. Step, cross, feet together, best to move. Low V step, forward and wide, step back. Cross punches. Punch forward, crossing one arm over the other at chest height. Step touch and shoulder dip. One foot steps into the other as shoulders offset, feet apart, shoulders reset. Grapevine step, cross together, bust a move. Low V step, forward and wide, and step back and tall. When you step forward, you get low. Cross punches. Step touch and shoulder dip. Grapevine. Low V step, forward and wide, and step back. Finish it out. Nice job, everybody. All right, get a drink if you need. I certainly do. And let's keep going. Sequence number 3. We're going to start with side step and pull. So your side step is your standard size side step. Right foot is going to step wide to the right. As you do that, I want you to take your left hand in a fist. It's going to start facing the front of your right shoulder. Then you're going to take that fist, drag it across the chest from right shoulder to left shoulder. Elbow goes out wide to the left as you do it. So right foot steps right, left arm drags from right shoulder to left. You reset, then you switch sides. Left foot steps left, right hand drags from left shoulder to right shoulder. And then you reset. Any questions about side step and pull? You imagine you're pulling a rope from shoulder to shoulder. The next one is a diagonal tap and arm raise. This diagonal tap is going to be backwards. So take your right foot, tap your toes behind you to the slight left diagonal. So maybe like behind the left foot. You find your range. As you do that, you have the option to raise both hands to the ceiling or one hand. And then you reset, switch sides. Which toe is tapping backwards? Any questions about that one? Okay. Then we have cross and snap. Take your hands and reach to opposite hip. Left hand to right hip, right hand to left hip, so arms are crossed in front of your hips. Then you uncross your hands and snap your fingers outside their own hips. Then you repeat. Hands to hips, snap outside their own hips. Now, when you're doing this, you have the option to add your own flair. Something that I do is I like to lean forward as my arms cross, and I like to lean back as my arms snap. And maybe sometimes I'll lean back to the right. Next time I'll lean back to the left. That's my own little flair. You can do that if you'd like. Any questions about cross and snap? And our last move is walking it out. You just walk forward, back, or in place whatever you have, add your own flair. Sometimes I kick my legs out. Sometimes I raise my hands over my head. Sometimes I just freestyle a little bit, flail around. You can choose. Any questions about sequence number 3? Okay. Our next song is Dancing in the Street, and we start with side step and pull in 3, 2, 1. Right foot steps right as the left hand pulls from right shoulder to left shoulder. So opposite arm, opposite leg as you pull across the chest. Diagonal tap and arm raise. This tap is backwards. Both arms or one. Cross and snap. Hands cross in front of the hips, snap outside their own hips. Walk it out. Side step and pull. Pull your hand from shoulder to shoulder. Diagonal tap and arm raise. This tap is backwards. Cross and snap. Walk it out. Side step and pull. Diagonal tap and arm raise to finish it out. Nice job, everybody. Let's keep going. We're back to the top. Everything is same old, same old. Sequence number 1, march and punch. March your feet as you punch forward. Tuck the elbows back. Cross jacks. Right foot steps right. Right arm crosses over left in front of the chest. Switch sides. Inner kicks. Kicking forward, rotating that hip outward so the inner thighs, inner legs face towards the ceiling slightly. And then side shuffle. Right foot steps right. Left foot follows until you run out of space and then you switch directions. Any questions about sequence number 1? Our next song is Twist and Shout, and we march and punch in 3, 2, 1. March those feet. You choose how high they lift off the ground as you punch forward. When the foot sets down, so do the arms. They reset. Cross jacks. Right foot steps right, right arm crosses over the left. Inner kicks. Maybe you add a little extra twist to the hips during any of these to bring in the spirit of the song. Side shuffle. Right foot steps right, left foot follows. When you run out of space, take it the other way. March and punch. Cross jacks. Inner kicks. Side shuffle. March and punch. Cross jacks. Inner kicks. Finish it out. Nice job, everybody. Let's keep going. Get a drink. We go back to number 2. All right, number 2 is low V step. So getting into a partial squat as you step forward and wide, and then stand tall as you come back to center. Cross punches, one arm crosses over the other as you punch forward at chest shoulder height. Step, touch, and shoulder dip. Feet take turns stepping into one another. Feet together, shoulders offset, feet apart, shoulders reset. And then grapevine, step, cross, together, bust a move. Any questions about sequence 2? Our next song is You Can't Hurry Love. And we start with our low V step in 3, 2, 1. Step forward and wide with a nice bend in those knees, and then stand tall as you reset. Cross punches. Step, touch, and shoulder dip. Feet together, shoulders offset, feet apart, shoulders reset. Grapevine, step, cross together, move. Low V step. Cross punches. Step, touch, and shoulder dip. Grapevine. Low V step. Cross punches. Step, touch, and shoulder dip. Grapevine. Step, cross together, bust a move. Low V step. And finish it out. That's a fun one. Okay, take a deep breath, get a drink, and we go to number 3. All right. Side step and pull, right foot steps right, left arm pulls from right shoulder to left shoulder. Diagonal tap and arm raise, that's a diagonal tap behind your opposite foot, left foot behind right, Right foot behind left. Cross and snap, hands to opposite hips, snap outside their own hips, and then you walk it out. Any questions about sequence number 3? Our next song is Respect by Aretha Franklin, and I respectfully think this is a song we can all scream sing, so if you're muted, feel free to scream sing. Side step and pull. And 3, 2, 1. Side step and pull. Right foot steps right, left hand from right shoulder to left. Diagonal tap and arm raise. Tap is backwards. Cross and snap. Hands to opposite hips. Snap outside your own hip. Walk it out. Side step and pull. Diagonal tap and arm raise. Cross and snap. Walk it out. Side step and pull. Diagonal tap and arm raise. Cross and snap. Walk it out. Finish it out. Nice job. Sometimes we need a little scream sing. And if I wasn't microphoned or if I didn't have a microphone, I wouldn't put you through that, but that would be a fun one. All right, let's keep going. Back to sequence number 1. We have march and punch, cross jacks, inner kicks, inside shuffle. And our next song is Let's Groove. And we march and punch in 3, 2, 1. You march. As the foot lifts off the ground, you're punching forward, chest shoulder height, and then you're resetting, switching which leg is marching. Cross jacks. Side step. Arms start into your T and one crosses over the other as you side step. Inner kicks. Rotate the inner thigh upward as you kick forward. Side shuffle. Right foot steps right, left foot follows until you run out of space. March and punch. Cross jacks. Inner kicks. Side shuffle. March and punch. Cross jacks. Inner kicks. Side shuffle. March and punch. Cross jacks. Inner kicks. Side shuffle. March and punch. Cross jacks. Inner kicks. Side shuffle. March and punch. Cross jacks. Inner kick. Side shuffle. March and punch. Cross jack. Inner kicks. Side shuffle. March and punch. Cross jacks. Inner kicks. Nice job, everybody. Finish it out. Woo! Surprise, that song was over 5.5 minutes long. Okay, get a drink. We'll go to sequence number 2. We love a sneaky groove. Okay, that one was fun too. All right, sequence 2 is that low V step, cross punches, step touch and shoulder pop, followed by grapevine. And our next song, one of my favorites again, there's just loaded with favorites here, is Do You Love Me by the Contours and low V step in 3, 2, 1. Maybe. 1. Step forward and wide, nice and low, and then you reset standing tall.
And now I'm back to let you know I can really shake them down.
Cross punches. Step touch and shoulder dip. Feet together, shoulders offset, feet apart, shoulders reset. Grapevine. Step, cross, together, move. Low V step. Cross punches. Step, touch, and shoulder dip. Grapevine. Low V step. Cross punches. Step, touch, and shoulder dip. Grapevine. Low V step. Cross punches. Finish it out. Nice job, everybody. Woo! Get a drink. Oh, sneak preview. Sorry. Getting a drink here. Catch your breath. And we go to number 3. Woo! We have side step and pull, diagonal tap and arm raise, cross and snap, followed by walking. In our next song, you may have guessed, Stayin' Alive by the Bee Gees. We start with our side step and pull in 3, 2, 1. Right foot steps right. Left arm pulls from right shoulder to left shoulder. Elbow nice and wide. Switch sides. Diagonal heel tap and arm raise. So that tap is backwards diagonal. Cross and snap. Hands to opposite hips. Hands to same hip. Walk it out. Side step and pull. Diagonal heel tap and arm raise. Cross and snap. Walk it out. Side step and pull. Diagonal tap and arm raise. Cross and snap. Walk it out. Side step and pull. Diagonal tap and arm raise. Cross and snap. Walk it out. Side step and pull. Diagonal tap and arm raise. Reach high for the sky. Cross and snap. Walk it out. Finish it out. Nice job, everybody. We're gonna just sneak one last one in really quick. Back to sequence 1 with march and punch, cross jacks, inner kicks, and side shuffle. And our last song of the day is We Got the Beat by the Go-Go's. 3, 2, 1, march and punch. So you're marching. As you lift your foot off the ground, you're punching forward with both arms. Then you reset, switch. Cross jacks. You step wide with the right foot as you cross right arm over left. Switch sides. Inner kicks. Kick forward, rotate that leg. Side shuffle. March and punch. Cross jacks. Inner kicks. Side shuffle. March and punch. Cross jacks. Finish it out. Nice job, everybody. We're going to transition to our cool down now. Take a nice deep breath. Reach your arms long by your sides, and as you inhale, sweep your arms out to the sides up over your head. And as you exhale, let the arms float back down by your sides. Just catch your breath here for a moment. Get the heart rate down. Float the arms by your sides nice and slow as you exhale. And when you're ready, I'm going to get onto the floor into cat-cow tabletop position. Feel free to join me or do what feels best in your body. I'm in tabletop, head in line with the spine, back flat. Nice big inhale. As I exhale, I take it to cat. Spine pushes up to the ceiling, push through the palms. Tuck the chin towards the chest, feeling a decompression through the spine. And then when you need to inhale, you take it to cow. You dip your belly low. You roll your shoulders down and back. You point your nose forward. Collarbone reaches forward. Go through this with your breath cycle. Exhaling in cat, spine up. Inhaling with cow, belly down. Maybe you add wiggles where wiggles feel good. Maybe you shift your hips side to side. Maybe you rock your hips forward and back, depending on where you're at. And when you're ready, you can come back to a flat back. Curl your toes under, send your hips to the sky, pike position, down dog. Hands and the balls of your feet are on the ground, and then you push your heels towards the ground for a deeper stretch through the backs of the legs, and you pull your chest towards your knees or your thighs for a deeper stretch through the spine. Maybe you have a soft bend in your knees, maybe they're straight. And when you're ready, gently come back down to your knees and roll to your back. Once you are on your back, hug your right knee to your chest, send your left leg long. Your left foot can also plant flat on the floor. And just take a couple deep breaths here, starting to open up through the right glute and low back. And on your next exhale, open that right knee slightly to the right, just an inch or two to change that stretch to the inner thigh and the hip. On your next exhale, you take it to your twist, left hand to the outside of the right knee. Guide the right knee up and over towards the left side of the body, only as far as feels good to you. Right hip peels off the ground. Right arm long to a T outside the right shoulder, nose points right. Glute stretch, spine twist, shoulder and chest opener. And when you're ready, come back through center, hug both knees to your chest to reset. Maybe rock side to side if that feels good. And you hold on to your left knee. Right leg goes long or foot goes flat. Are opening up through the back of the left glute and low back to start. On your next exhale, you invite that left knee just a little bit wider to the left, opening up through the inner thigh and the hip, just an inch or so. And on your next exhale, you take it to your twist. Right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. Guide the left knee up and over towards the right side of the body. Left hip peels off the ground. Left arm to a T. Nose points left. Spine twist, glute stretch, shoulder and chest opener. And when you're ready, you'll come through center, bring both knees to your chest to reset the spine, and then you'll sit all the way up nice and tall for your seated forward fold. Extend your legs long in front of the hips, arms by your side, feet flexed. Inhale as your arms sweep out to the sides up over the head. Exhale as you hinge forward, reach towards the toes or to the toes, folding yourself in half, continuing your breath cycle as you release through the back of the body. Let the shoulder blades melt down towards the spine, towards the hips. Let the stretch come through the mid to upper back. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. When you're ready to release that, you can, and you come into your butterfly. The bottoms of your feet come together to touch in front of the hips. Knees bent, pointing out to the side, opening up through the hips and the inner thighs. You can stay here as long as you like or continue to do your stretches. And that is where we will round out today's dance party. I'm going to stop our recording.